Hey guys, how you doing tonight? Stephen William here with you with another raw review of an action figure. This is the Hasbro Zartan Con exclusive. Oh, caught me in the right area. Action figure. I did two other reviews before this one. This one's been sitting in the freezer for about 30-45 minutes or so. Basically, I did that so I can just start off with the effect. This figure, if you put it in the cold in the freezer and everything, it's supposed to turn blue, and bam, it's supposed to be just like that. So here is the regular version. Everything else, I brought that for a height review. And here is another one of them that I'm currently working on a kit bash figure with. So let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open, shall we? If you've never been to my channel, I just do one shot straight through, talk about the figure. Oh, it's really cool. The box has a bunch of different little neat little, stuff with it. Those are all the different heads that come with it. Just gonna drop it and set it right there. First we're gonna go over, actually let me go ahead and pull the figure out real quick so you can get a nice look at it. Again, oh, silent. This is the original release, and this is the Comic-Con or Con release, Hasbro Con, whatever con it was. Anyway, I was lucky enough to get a hold of it, and here it is. So basically same exact figure, it's just they've done something to this one that lets it turn the blue. You can see right there it is not, and everything else, it's, oh man. Okay, I'm probably not gonna really show you the articulation on this figure. I'm just gonna let it sit there all frozen and everything else, with a really cool effect. I'll move that over here. I'll show you the articulation that goes with it on this one and everything else, because as I'm moving this, I can hear cracking sounds and everything else, so I don't want it having issues as far as like breaking and everything else, because it's a really cool figure. So they both come with a bow. This one has different colored arrow, or no, actually the other one didn't come with a bow. This bow came with Storm Shadow and everything else. They just colored the arrows differently. The bow they didn't color at all. It's still the same exact color. They came with that. Comes with the same pack as the original one does. It opens up, but since I had it in the freezer, it's probably frozen together currently at the moment. So again, so I don't break anything, I'm just going to set it right there. Here is the hood he comes with on the other one and everything else. Really didn't think this through. It sits so far up. Oh look. Just me rubbing my fingers over it. He's getting a little affecting his own color and everything else. But again, I don't want to really take a chance of breaking the action figure since I made the mistake of actually freezing him. I'll just put you back right over there. We're going to continue to go over the accessories. He comes with, and like I said, the same exact hood. Actually, it has a different color scheme to it. I don't know if you can tell the difference. See, this one's a little lighter and everything else. Comes with scarf as well. Also a little lighter. Same exact one. Same exact pistol. And same exact knife. The only thing that he doesn't come with all the little accessories like the monkey's hand, monkey's paw, and the rattlesnake head that the other zartan figure came with. And I have extras because like I bought 3 of those, so I will hook this zartan up with them and everything else as soon as, okay, he's getting a little more, it's getting warmer up, so the articulation's starting to get a little loose. Again, not going to really push it since I put it in the freezer. I probably won't even really mess with this figure again till tomorrow. That way I know it's good and ready. Oh, it comes with this really, really wicked sniper rifle. It even has like a little, that piece right there moves up and down, so you can set it up and you can fire with it. I guess it fits over this way. Oh, well, did I break it? Or is that supposed to come out? Come out of, actually. When I get this in better lighting, I'll have to find out where that piece came from. Maybe right here. I don't know. I think right there. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that that's supposed to fit one way anyway, like that. I'll end up fixing that with some Gorilla Glue. We're going to go ahead and pop off the rest of the accessories and go over articulation with my old zartan figure, and then do some height comparisons. It comes with 3 different face masks. I think that's it's one of their masters. That's his old school homage identity, and this is, I think that's the blind master. I think one's the hard master and the silent master, or something like that. Then comes with this really neat little skull mask thing. Might paint this whole thing a gunmetal gray and maybe dremel the eye part out and everything, I don't know yet. Then comes with a Whitehead Storm Shadow mask. I don't know if this is the same one, or I don't know if this is going to be the same one that comes with the new figure that's coming out with the Spirit and the Cobra Officer and everything else. And then I'll probably actually put this Snake Eyes head on the other ones because the chrome's not as, it's not so chromey-ish. If you know what if you've seen the other figures, you know what I'm talking about and everything else. I really do like all the accessories and everything. Bummer that this popped off. I just need to find out where it should be. And like I said, I'll probably Gorilla Glue it back. And better lighting, Gorilla Glue it back and everything else, and just keep it hooked up like that. Or I'll just take it off altogether. I might just separate it all together and just let him carry the rifle and everything else. So he comes with a holster on the back. That's where this really wicked knife is going to go and everything else. Actually, that knife is a lot shinier and cooler looking than, it's the same exact knife. Somehow this one just looks a lot cooler and everything else. That's with the new figure and everything else. So anyway, we're going to do, since I froze this figure and I don't want to break it, we're going to go over articulation with my old school one. We're going to take that off. It's got great, tilt. Goes all the way around. He can look way up. He can look way down. Go ahead and take that off as well. Look way down right there. It's a ball joint at the top. Anyway, and it's got articulation at the base of the neck and everything else. I haven't really messed with them too much or any pulling or anything up like that, so I think it's a ball joint at the bottom right there as well. Full rotation. The armor really doesn't get in the way and everything else. Like I said, I've kit bashed another figure. I popped one of the arms off, put a white t-shirt, pulled this off, put a white t-shirt on it, and put the armor back on. It still kind of arm's still kind of flimsy and stuff on that side. I didn't do it quite right, didn't heat it up long enough and everything else, but that was my fault. Got really good elbow articulation, up and down at the wrist, and full on swivel or anyway rotation. That's one of my favorite. I'm so glad when the right hands have that, because you can do that about to assassinate you type look with the pistol and everything else. It's got back and forth, really good articulation right there. I mean, like they're just killing it with the 6-inch action figure, G.I. Joe figures and everything else. It's got the drop down at the hips and everything else. You can kick up that high, rotation right there. Just look at this. Like these figures are just so well put together and everything else. But we're gonna stop messing around with that and go to height comparison and everything else. Again, I'm not gonna pick that figure. I mean, it's the same figure here. So actually, you know, I will put this all back on. And this goes, uh-oh. Nope, that one goes to that one. This one goes to him. This one goes to him. Right. Yeah, I believe so. I'm going to set it right here. We're going to pull this box up. That way they can have somewhat of a good, accurate height comparison. We're going to go inch-wise. Right at 6.5 or just over 6.5. Centimeter wise, it's right about 17. A couple other figures I have we can compare it to. We've got the Mezco Conan. They would actually fit in really well. We've got my Kit Bashed Red Skullish figure. We've got the Amazon exclusive Roadblock. I put everything else away. We can go with my current little Kit Bash figure I was just talking about. Don't quite know what I'm going to do with it. It's more of a, I guess, a Road Warrior, Mad Max type figure and everything else. We've got those. Put Conan back over there. We've got the figure I just did a review on not too recently. The NECA Goliath Gargoyles. Put this over here. Put this over here. And then we have one of my favorite Kit Bash figures. It's a custom-made Dean Winchester head from Bamisaki. I think that's his proper way to pronounce it and everything else. He does phenomenal work. If you want to find a way to get in contact with him to get different action figure head sculpts or information about that, let me know and I'll give you his information. But yeah, all in all, it's a really great figure and everything else. Kind of wish I didn't freeze it to show you guys the color part of it and everything else. But again, since I don't do I don't do editing and everything else, there was no way for me to do the review without first putting it in the freezer and everything else. And as you can see, he's been out not for very long, 13 minutes and 40, whatever, almost 14 minutes. And a lot of the colors already come back to him and everything else. But this will probably be my main display. I'm going to end up taking that other Zartan figure and making something else out of him as well. Probably never going to freeze him again. If it gets cold in the house and he changes color, that's awesome. But yeah, don't plan on really putting any other head on him and everything else, because like the armor coloring and everything, you can see the difference. One's shiny, like silverish, and the other one's not. This is more of like what I remember in the cartoon and everything else. But overall, I'm really happy with the figure and everything. Glad I was one of the lucky ones to be able to get it and everything else. It's just a really cool figure. And Zartan was actually one of my favorite of the Joe Villains, definitely the Dreadnoks and everything else. Zartan and Torch are actually my two favorites, so I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the Torch figure. And well, as far as Dreadnoks and everything else, I've got multiple different versions of favorite figures. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling now. Hope you liked the review, and give a like and subscribe if you did. If you like the style, if not, then you know it's cool. If you want to give some constructive criticism and let me know what you think I might have been able to do better to get your attention, that's cool too. Then I'll get you to come back for the next video to see if I have got it down then. Anyway, thank you guys. God bless. Have a good night.